I just want, so somebody's talking about a breakup. Claire, partner of 5 years, broke up with me just as we bought a house together and won't communicate. So I see a lot of sadness. I see a lot of pain, and I see a lot of stuff today, what's going on. And to be honest, I know that they're talking about Mercury in retrograde, and it's very easy, right? Isn't it easy to just blame Mercury in retrograde and saying, oh, it's Mercury in retrograde, so I'm allowed to feel all shitty. But it doesn't take the shitty feeling away from us just because there's a shift in the world and the universe and we're like, oh, that's fine. Okay, but we're still feeling the pain, right? So if you're still in pain that you broke up with someone, or you have an ex that keeps coming back into your life, back and forth, and it's toxic. If you guys keep going into this, what you have to understand is that there is nothing that I can say that will change your mind, okay? And the reason I'm saying this is because I have been there, and I had friends and I had people try to talk me into doing a whole bunch of stuff and healing myself and doing, until you're ready to take the energy that you've given all these people, all that energy and all that emotions. You gave them your vulnerability. You have given an ex or a current boyfriend that is not treating you well, or even a close friend of yours, you are giving them your vulnerability. Vulnerability should be earned, okay? Yes, exactly, Mark. Hi, Mark. So weather is going to affect us. The planets are going to affect us, all these things. So, okay, so somebody says how to let go. You can't force yourself to let go. Okay, so this is one thing that I've noticed is that my whole life, I remember thinking, how do I let go? How do I let go? I don't understand. I need to let go. And I would cry. I would do all the things that the spiritual teachers were saying. I would sit in the bath and take a hot bath with essential oils. I had my crystals. I had all these things, and I was sitting in the bath. And I'm crying. I'm like, how do I just let go of the toxic? And I realized it's not about letting go. It's not. That you have to leave up to the universe. You have to leave up to source energy, God, the spirit. I don't know what you want to call it, but you have to, that's on a whole other level. So letting go, what you have to train yourself to do is redirect. Because now all your attention, your energy, your sadness, and your happiness and everything is all with these people. So we often say, move on, let go, forget it. Yeah. Guess what? If I tell you right now, anybody who's going through a breakup or going in a toxic relationship, if I tell you, move on, just let go, don't you want to punch me in the face right now? Because you're like, I want to move on. I want to let go. Thank you, Tanya, for telling me what I already knew. We always say that. So when I talk to you guys about redirecting, is that all the energy, everything that you have given that person or in currently giving that person, every day you have to give it to yourself. So don't let go. Don't let go. Let time happen. Let all that stuff. Hey, Wilo. So let time go. Let that be. Because you can't control the way the universe works on letting things go. You cannot control you can't control the weather. You can't control another person, by the way. You can never control another person. You can only control yourself. So if you have all the sad emotions and you're crying for this person and you're getting in your thoughts, you know how you're sitting there and you're like, I wish I could have done this, I should have done that, all these things, and you keep living in your mind and in your head and you can't let go and you can't, forget letting go. Take the sadness, put it towards yourself. Take the happiness, put it towards yourself. If you're thinking of all the good times, redirect. Always redirect to you. And guess what happens? So you know how somebody wrote to me, said, you said that you feel like giving up on life. The thing is because you are giving all your energy right now to someone outside of you. Were you born with this person? Like, did you come out of the womb with this person? Is that who you're living for right now because you came out of the womb. We believe that everybody in our life is who we are, and we attach ourselves to these people completely, right? So we attached ourselves to somebody who who just bumped into our journey. Like, we're on a path and we just okay, so I noticed this today. I'm sitting here and I was meditating, and I was in deep meditation, and a fly slammed right into my head, okay? And I was like, ah, and I was laughing because I was like, well, that's unexpected, this huge fly. And it's funny because I opened my eyes in my meditation. I know it's going to sound weird, but it makes sense with my story. So I kept my eyes open, and I see a bird show up, and all these birds, because I was outside meditating, and I see these birds show up. I'm not attached to these birds, although I think they're beautiful. A red cardinal came. It was like all these beautiful birds, but they just come into my reality. They just come in. That's it. They come, they fly, and then they fly away. Now, if I took this wild bird and I decided to put it in a cage, and then I'm forcing this bird, and we end up having a bond, and it's great. It's the same thing as people that come into our lives. Some people just come into our lives, and we, in our heads, say, they're supposed to stay there forever. Now, if you think somebody is meant to be in your life forever, and you say, oh, it's twin flames and soulmates and all these things, okay? You are putting that person in a cage. You're putting the person completely in a cage and saying, this is what you're supposed to do in my life. You have no idea what's in store for you, okay? You have no idea. This could be even our parents, that we're putting our parents in it. You should be treating me like that. You should be the bird. You're taking a bird, you're trapping a bird, and you expect this bird to be a certain way, and this is what it is, and now you're going to put them in the cage, but the bird wants to be released. So I know it's triggering for some people, because you love that bird, and you think you're caring for that bird, and you're feeding the bird, and you're loving, and you're hugging the bird, and every day you give it a little bath, and you're doing all these things, but the bird might not be your bird. There may be, I'm telling you, until you learn to no more cages. So what happened with me is that I was in I was in a couple of very toxic relationships, and I trapped these people because I couldn't get over them. I was giving all my love, all my energy. By doing that, I was trapping them in a cage. And it's almost like they owe me something because I took care of you, and I did this, and this bird, I have to tell you, I was in toxic relationships. I was caring for the bird, but the bird was pecking at my eye. The bird would hug me one minute and abuse me the next. Okay, so here I am trapping this bird in a cage, yet the bird is abusing me. And I still kept saying, no, I'm going to take care of this bird. And then, do you know what I mean? And then the bird flies off, and then the bird comes back, and then you put it back in the cage, and then it flies off again. You know, the toxic relationship of going back and forth. So, are you saying to not form bonds with people? Not at all. Let me tell you, you can form 100 million bonds, but you need to fly and let the birds fly. So if you're putting yourself in a cage, you're putting the person in a cage, you're doing all this. So what happened eventually is I realized that I was giving so much love and attention to everyone else. Yes, it does go both ways. Definitely goes both ways. So especially with a narcissist, they trap you into a cage, right? The thing is why the reason I'm talking about this, because 3 people actually wrote that they're breaking up or they're in toxic relationships. And what happens if you redirect all that love and energy back to you? So let's say this person was verbally abusing you. Okay, you know the crazy, they make you feel like you're crazy. So this person was verbally attacking you. So it would be loving 1 minute, I love you, babe, let's get some pizza, we're gonna hang out, and then they stand you up, and then they tell you you're crazy and all this stuff. You know what you do? Now you're crying, and you're like, how did I let this happen? And am I crazy? And you're thinking all these thoughts. You know what? No. Stop now. Your energy is on this person. What do I say to this person? What do I do? Do I talk to them? Do I text? No. Text yourself. You know how you want to text them? Text yourself. You write a letter to yourself. Everything that you want to say to that person, you say to yourself. So if you keep thinking about this person saying, oh my God, I'm crazy, then you write to yourself, you're not crazy. You're actually really smart. You love hard. You are giving. Like, so no, this is, see, you know how, so somebody wrote this, can you tell my ex this stuff? So trust me guys, can I tell you, I'm telling you the amount of times that I took videos that I found online and send them to my ex. I did. When I was going through this, I kept sending all the videos to my ex. Oh, he needs to see this. Do you know that they don't give a shit? Or even if they do, the videos that resonate for you will not resonate for them. And this is the problem. If they are meant to be in your life, if this bird that you've caged in your life is meant to be, you guys will not be in cages. You guys are both gonna fly from tree to tree to tree, and you're just gonna be free together. There's gonna be no, and I can guarantee this, I'm telling you guys, the day that I redirected everything back to me, I started healing with my father, doing all the reparenting. All my videos that I share about, by the way, just telling you, all the videos on my page are everything that I've done for myself that have worked. So I am sharing my journey, okay? I did reparenting, inner child work. I did refriending. I said, what do I wish that my ex would have treated me better. I'm gonna treat me better. I wish my ex didn't talk to me like a piece of shit. Well, maybe Tanya, I'm talking to me like a piece of shit. So I kept realizing that I'm gonna start talking to myself. So I remember I got the app, the Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. And every day I was like, I love you, Tanya. And I wrote it in my wall. I respect you, because I'm like, I want somebody to treat me like that, but I'm not treating me like that. When I drop a pencil, I call myself stupid. Constantly judging myself, calling myself names in my head. Oh my God, Tanya, you're so dumb. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. If I'm always saying that, the app was a long time ago. I did this a long time. I don't think, because Louise Hay, bless her soul, has passed since, but she does have YouTube. They put everything for free on YouTube. Okay, so now you just go on Louise Hay affirmations. You wake up in the morning and you have, I love myself, and it's annoying. You're gonna go, I love myself, I see myself. It's super annoying. You know why? Because you don't believe it. All the stupid shit that people have told you in your life, now you believe that. Hay House has an app, but Louise Hay does have specific like morning affirmations and all this stuff. So that's how I started. And I started saying, I'm gonna give myself a bath, but I'm not gonna cry in the bath for him. I'm gonna sit in the bath and just be with me. So I said, what can I do? I'm gonna read a book. What's gonna help me? Because I need to redirect. It's not about letting go. You can't just let go. You can't, guys. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone. You can't just let go. I wish it was that easy. Imagine that. You know what? Somebody pissed me off one time. I remember. Hold on. It was like, I'll give you guys an example because I don't have a cord here. Okay, so I'm gonna have a cloth. Okay, so imagine this. Somebody said, so easy to let go. Just let go. Do you ever hear that? You're holding one side and your ex is on the other, and you guys are let go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that easy? Oh man, I should have just let go of my hand. Are you kidding me? How many of you can say that you can just let go like that? Please explain this to me, because I have never in my life known somebody that has been attached emotionally to their children, to their parents, and just say, oh, let go. Oh, that's it. So easy. Yeah, right. Your emotions, your energy, your love, your life, your house, your car, your clothes, your toothbrush, everything is attached like this, okay? Especially with a narcissist or a sociopath, that's a whole other level, okay? If anything, they got your hand. Like, you can't let go because they have your hand like this, okay? So everybody, I remember hating when somebody's like, let go, just let go. Do you know, if you looked on my search tab on my internet, I was like, how to let go, how to let go. I realized it's never about letting go. It's about redirecting, because your energy is my ex, my ex, my ex, my this, my that. Oh my God, how do I call them? How do I let them know that I love them? How they should be knowing about constant. How do I change them? Are they ever going to change for me? How do I make them love me better? How do I? It's always about the other person. And it sucks, guys, because this life, they did not come out of the womb with you. You are here and you are a little baby and you just bumped into each other in this life. And if you believe in your core that this is your soulmate or your twin flame, that is your thoughts. I'm sorry to kill that vibe if ever you thought this is something that you're like, and then you believe your thoughts. And then all of a sudden, this is my twin flame. What do you do with the twin flame? What do you do with a soulmate? You love them, you give them all your energy, you move in with them, you get a house, you get and all of a sudden you're like, I can't let go. How do you let go? Okay, so you see how it's like this? Oh yeah, you can feel that with your parents, 100%. And with your parents, see, look, now if I tell you let go, it's very easy to let go. So have you ever cut somebody off that you didn't know very well? It's very easy, right? Let go, done, they're out. Never thought about them again. But if you have love, energy, attachment, a house, kids, whatever, emotions, now let go. Now try to let go. You can't. You're completely intertwined, especially your energy. You're like intertwined. So what you got to do is you can't let go. It's redirect. So this little guy, this is energy. Redirect back to you. Then you take this one is love, redirect that back to you. And then you're going to take vulnerability, your love, your sadness, your heart back to you. And eventually the universe will just let it go. That's just going to let go. So if you're angry and you're frustrated at the other person, by the way, like this, let's say this one is anger, you actually have to be a little bit angry at yourself. Redirect it back to you. I know it sounds weird, but you can be angry at you. I'm angry that I let this happen. I'm angry but if you own responsibility and get angry at yourself, guess what? It's fine. It's okay, because the next step is love. And the next step is forgiveness. And the next step, and eventually this person, you just let go. It's natural energy, just let go. So it's not about letting go. It's about redirecting your focus. If you feel you are, and please, anybody, the amount of times that I know how you feel when you're saying, I feel like I can't live here, you are giving all your self-worth, self-love. What if, okay, by the way, what if you have this huge purpose in the world that's only going to come in like 10 years, okay? So let's say in 10 years, what year are we? I don't even know. Let's say in 2030, even in 2035, you have this huge thing that's about to happen to you, like huge, okay? But because this big thing, it's so big, it can't have this person or it can't have that person because it's not in vibration with that person. What are you doing? You're keeping all your energy on this person, but you are so convinced that you're supposed to be with this person and you're supposed to be attached to this person. You can't let go, and they broke up with you and all your energy is there, or they're toxic and you're still with them, and all this stuff is happening, but you are just too busy with them that your actual, can I tell you guys something that happened to me? I was so caught up in my thoughts that I never knew two things that happened to me that were so big. Number one, I was caught in a toxic relationship and I was really, really stuck with this guy when I was younger. And then when I finally let go and I met somebody, I had my daughter, which I would have never imagined. I had my daughter and she changed my life completely. And when I finally redirected all the energy back to me, I healed myself. I was going on a healing journey. And by the way, I've told this in another live a couple weeks ago. I said, it's not that you're healed. Just jump on, just redirect. Like you're going down this road, and this road, your ex is there, and is it normal to wake up with anxiety because of a breakup? Of course. Oh my God. You have stomach aches, right? Oh, my shirt's stuck. You have stomach aches? You know the ones that you feel like you have to go to the bathroom? That one? That's massive, and then it goes into your chest and you can't breathe? Oh yeah, yeah. But what's happening is that your emotions are towards him or her. Okay? Or they, or whatever. Your emotions are completely going to these people all the time. So you're gonna wake up with anxiety. But if you wake up with anxiety, I suggest this, okay? You're gonna sit in bed, and as you don't get out of bed until you get rid of that anxiety, okay? So you're gonna sit in bed and you're gonna feel anxious. Now, if you wake up 10 minutes earlier, okay? And you're gonna put on Louise Hay, you're gonna put it on your phone, and it's gonna be annoying at first. You're gonna say, I love myself, but you're gonna redirect, and you close your eyes and picture a beautiful day. A beautiful day. You're like, I'm gonna do me today. But imagine if you did that every day. You're like, I'm gonna do me. What am I gonna do today? Give yourself one thing every day, a task just for you. So you're gonna sit there and go, all right, what am I gonna do for me? Today, I'm gonna go for a walk, and I'm gonna look at the trees, and I'm gonna connect with earth a little more, because I haven't done that in a while. Okay, what else am I gonna do today? I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna take a bath, I'm gonna do do you know what I mean? Just do a little 5-10 minute talk with yourself, and what's gonna happen is your anxiety is gonna go down a lot. Have your nails done, yeah, do whatever. Now the best thing to me is I just posted a video about, we always do that. We brush our teeth, we eat, we take a shower, we do all these things, but do something for your soul. Don't just do something physically. Like physically is good, get your hair done, do something physically, yes, very good, but do something that connects with your soul. Candles, yes, like light candles, incense, all these things like that, but a part of you is gone, and you're like, oh my God, and you feel like, I remember saying that on a breakup, I feel like my arm was ripped off. I felt like I lost my arm. I was like, and do you know what's funny? Well, this is not funny. I don't know why I said funny, but scientifically, your brain thinks that you lost something. So your brain is acting in pain as if you had a loss of a limb. So like losing your leg, your foot, it's very similar that once you break up with someone and you had a very strong connection, like think about it, like I said, you have all the energy, the love, your vulnerability, all of that, you've now created this huge attachment. And all of a sudden when you break up, it's like, and you're trying to, I want my arm back. Please give me, yes, it's grieving. So you're like, I want my arm back. So why I say don't just let go, redirect, because this is the time to now take care of you. This is the time, and you're still gonna be sad and you're gonna have hard days. But as soon as you sit, now the second thing I wanted to tell you guys is as soon as I did that, I'm not joking, I met someone who was on the same journey as me. I did not heal myself when I met someone healthy and good. I did not heal myself. All I did was I was on this negative road, and I said, I am not going and giving my love and energy and vulnerability and everything to this person anymore. I'm going to redirect. So I went on a new road. I decided to take a new road. Now the new road was harder. The old road was pretty crappy anyway. So I'm like, I'm going to take this road. And I went on the new road, and the new road had affirmations, reading books, meditating, baths, salt baths, candles, incense, you know, whatever to do that made me feel good. And I just got on. That's all I did was jump on, and I did a lot of healing with my father, like internally myself. I was doing that a lot. So I went on this path, and as soon as I redirected, okay? But once you start to redirect, somebody said the right decision is the hardest one. To be honest, I thought it was hard at first, right? Because I was addicted to just my negative feelings, and I didn't know how to like get on a new path. So I said, okay, I'm going to redirect. So I got onto this new path, and you start down this journey. And guess what? Do you know who's on this new path? There's a bunch of people like you who are on that path. They're not on this path, by the way. You're going to attract a whole bunch of people who are not looking internally, who don't love themselves, who are not working and they're just going to shame you and they're going to make you feel shitty and feel bad, and they're just because they're on a road of whatever. But as soon as you just start doing things for you, so if you sit there and say, I'm going to do something for me, and start physically, do your hair, do your nail, do something, but every day do something, every day. So some days, by the way, some days you're going to cry. Some days you don't want to light the candle. You're going to light a candle and try to sit with yourself, and you're going to cry and you're going to miss them. And it's okay. It's okay, because the next day you wake up and you try again. Just try again. And you keep doing this, okay? So imagine if you get onto this new road. I met somebody who was on the same road as me. And do you remember at the beginning, whoever just jumped on, whoever comes into your life on this healing road is, you know what's crazy? Is that when I'm at my worst, this person thinks I'm nuts. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you all angry. Look at you all upset. Like it's not a big deal. And do you remember how I said when we love with this crazy attachment, we put this person in a cage and we think that that's who they are. We are two people on self-loving journeys. And all we want to do is try to find ways to make each other happy and each other. And what we're doing now is we're basically both birds that are not in cages, and we're just flying, and we're side by side, and we're just complementing each other now.